My husband posted my body online. I am not oop. Oop is you, broken-hearted temp. Originally posted on R, true off my chest. My husband posted my body online 16 days ago. Last Friday I, 34F, spent my evening with, obligatory fake name, Kate, a young friend, 24F, from work, as she wanted to discuss something personal with me. I didn't think anything of it, as we do have a very personal relationship outside of work as well. As soon as I arrived to her place, the tension in the air was thick. She explained that she wanted to discuss a serious matter with me, but that she didn't know how to go about it. I told her to just rip the band-aid off and tell me. She told me that she had found 2 recordings of a woman she believed to be me on a pornographic website. I told her that wouldn't be possible, but she was adamant that I was the woman in the recording. And she was right. I've never recorded myself naked or having sex with my husband, but there I was in 2 recordings of 7 minutes and 4 minutes, both of them recorded in our old bedroom. As I re-watched every second of it, it starts to dawn on me that this was my husband's doing. But I pushed that deep down because there must be a reasonable explanation for this. Honestly, I left her place with my mind in a complete meltdown. I could barely hear what she was saying, but she did follow up with a text saying she's been in contact with the website about getting it taken down and that she'll help me go through this. She also said she's scouring the internet in case there are more out there. I came home and pretty much ransacked my house looking for evidence, and I found it. My husband was using a hidden spy cameras to spy on me and record me in my most intimate moments. I then just spent hours vomiting, crying, projectile vomiting some more, and begging God to just let this be a nightmare. I am a deeply religious and a fully veiled Muslim woman, and I've never been with anyone but my husband, and all this time he has been sharing my most intimate moments with the world. I don't know what to think or what to do. I can't look at him or speak to him. I've locked myself in our bedroom pretending I have COVID. All I do is look up how other people have dealt with getting things removed, and it seems like once it's on the internet it really is forever, even if I remove it from this one website. I've been crying non-stop. He truly must be something demonic, as he is right now talking about ordering in some of my favorites to see if I have an appetite, since I haven't been eating well. I am so unbelievably hurt. I don't know how to share this with my family, how to ask for help. I am crippled with shame, anger, and pain. Answering some questions. 1. My husband, soon-to-be ex-husband, and I are the same religion, race, ethnicity, and nationality. 2. My culture does not participate in honor killings, and I'm not afraid of my family harming me or not siding with me. 3. My family would support me in divorcing him. In fact, they would demand I do. 4. The laws in my country are secular, but in certain circumstances it allows for the various religious groups in the country to hold their own courts that can enforce their rulings, as long as it doesn't impose or break secular law or civil liberties. 5. I do plan on taking this to secular court and religious court, as I want him punished. 6. I am veiled by choice, and the vast majority of my fellow countrywomen do not veil. 7. I am a niqabi, meaning the only part of me visible to the public are my eyes. When I am with my family or with other women, in women-only spaces, I don't veil. 8. Kate and I do not share the same religion, nor dress alike, and yet we are friends. Kel surprise. Update 9 hours ago. I left him as I said I would. He went to work. The movers arrived. We packed my stuff and we left. The entire time I was crying, to the point that even the movers were worried for me, but I couldn't stop myself from crying. I went home, sat my parents and siblings down, and explained the situation. My parents were and still are confused. They are elderly and fragile. They don't understand the internet. They just keep saying okay. Let's talk to the people and it will be gone. But my siblings understand. They are angry. They are sad and heartbroken on my behalf. My siblings and brother-in-laws took me home. We waited for him and we had a conversation with him. He denied it at first, so my brothers were firm with him and he started to be more truthful. He said he did it because he was depressed, because he had a porn addiction, sex addiction, and because he didn't think anyone would see it. He said he posted only a few. When we asked him to be specific, he said he posted anything from 5 to 8. We had him take it all down, but who knows how many times it has been downloaded or shared. In that moment I also found out he had a secret phone. He was also cheating on me with random women and sex workers. All this time I was thinking he's working hard, but nope, he was out disgracing himself and betraying our marriage. At some point he convinced us he needed to use the bathroom and he somehow managed to call his mother, who arrived at our home with his brother and cousins. There was a commotion as they were angry at the treatment of their family member. Then things calmed down enough to explain to them what he had done. His mother fainted. His mother is elderly and not in the greatest health condition. We called for an ambulance. My neighbor had also called the police and I was arrested by the time the ambulance arrived to take care of my mother-in-law. I spent the evening locked up. Didn't exactly have polite conversation with him. So yes, I was arrested for assaulting him and he refused to press charges. Got released the next morning and went home to my parents. Cried some more because my parents kept crying. Then a few days later I spoke to some lawyers my sister had contacted as they had experience with non-consensual material being posted online. They have been handling things with the police as I did press charges and they are dealing with the websites. I also have started the process of divorce. I went to the clinic and got tested and luckily he didn't give me anything so far, but I have another test scheduled just to make sure. I have spoken to his mother and she apologized to me even though it's not her fault. She told me that she understood why I want him punished. She asked that I let it stay in the hands of the law rather than I hurt him or have him hurt. He's in hiding, but he still calls and texts me from random numbers. He still lies and tries to manipulate me. I've just been documenting everything he says and texts to me. Oh, at this point everyone knows. I mean everyone, even little kids. And I feel more humiliated now than I did at first. Note from Op. I've made minor formatting changes for clarity. Reminder. I am not the oop. This is a repost sub. Just, wow. Truly do not understand how some people can be so evil. Poor woman. My heart hurts so much for her. I hope she'll be able to find peace one day. And I hope her boss husband pays a hefty price for what he did to her. I am a little bit happy to see that her in-laws are on her side. To think he called them thinking they'll side with him. So glad Oop has a supportive family and isn't alone in this. I can't even imagine the betrayal. Especially since she veils in her daily life. A sex addiction isn't an excuse to victimize others. Heartbreaking to find the person you trusted living a double life. What a truly horrible man. And it sounds like he was just tossing every excuse in the book at her. Apparently hoping something sticks. There is no excuse for what he did. I hope their court throws the entire law library at him. One thing I'm glad about is the mill not making excuses for her son as soon as she found out what happened. There's usually a lot of those issues from what I see in some posts here. How can humans be such a vile pile of garbage? I'm depressed, so instead of getting help and therapy I decide to publicly humiliate my religious wife because we all know that's the cure for depression. The part that bothers me the most are his excuses for uploading them. He's depressed. Okay, how does uploading a sex tape fix that? He's addicted to porn. Fine. That doesn't mean you hand it out. You consume it. He could have made those private recordings and never shown another soul. He's a sex addict. Okay, how does cheating on your wife involve uploading that kind of stuff? This man is a sick, selfish bastard who got off on the idea of violating his wife's privacy. My neighbor had also called the police and I was arrested by the time the ambulance arrived to take care of my mother-in-law. I spent the evening locked up. Didn't exactly have polite conversation with him. So yes, I was arrested for assaulting him and he refused to press charges. I feel like I missed something. He didn't care one bit about what he was doing to her. He knew what it would mean to her. He knows that she is fully veiled and that modesty is important to her. That's not something you take lightly. You don't choose to fully veil like you choose a black or green shirt on a whim. It's a decision about your life. And even if she were someone who didn't have a problem with showing nudity in public, it wouldn't be any less horrible what he did. But he knew about how important this is to her. He fully thought nobody would ever find out because he probably thought she'd never end up on the kinds of websites that he published their videos on. It's great that she has a good friend who sat down with her to have what must have been an incredibly uncomfortable conversation, who looked out for her. I hope she can heal from this and I hope he regrets it until his last day. This poor woman. What a horrible thing to do. Especially when your partner is veiled. It's vile and disgusting and cowardly to do to any woman, but this was a particularly heinous slap in the face considering all of the religious undertones. I hope he gets everything coming to him. Edit. Spelling. There is one small silver lining to this. Since she is fully veiled around men, random men who have seen this cannot identify her on sight. Some women's careers have been ruined by revenge porn. I read about a nurse whose ex posted their sex video and in her info. Random men would seek her out in the ER she worked at. This is why the whole "don't ruin a man's life" stuff is so infuriating. Sure, men might rarely be falsely accused. But women can never ever win, no matter how innocent or careful or well supported they are. Even when justice is served, nothing can repair a woman's reputation. It's a man's world. Horrible. I hope he gets everything that's coming to him. Strange coincidence. Or is this the husband? This oop posted a eerily similar story from husband's POV. https www.reddit.com/r/legaladviceeurope/comments/x5ico9/reddit posts being mirrored on adult sites /UDM medium equals Android app and UDM source equals share. Reddit posts being mirrored on adult sites. Italy. Hello. I just need some help about this big problem that is tormenting me since Wednesday. When I first registered on Reddit, didn't know my posts' pictures could be mirrored in some XXX sites. Some of those posts included my girlfriend non-nude pictures that I prefer her not to find out. I'm open to suggestions and, at least, got my GF's pictures deleted definitely from Google searches. This sounds like it's in India. Secular country with separate laws for religions and no honor killings. This is disgusting. At least his and her family are on her side. I hope she gets justice and the videos were taken down before they got shared too much. My heart breaks for this woman. I'm grateful that her family is supportive. I can't even begin to describe how tense I got when Oop described her culture and religion. Or the size of the sigh of relief when her family and his were on her side. Poor Oop. I'm so glad she has a good friend like Kate and so much family support.
If you enjoyed this video, Please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.